لله. A human being has the nature or this thing in him that he, if it's not taken care of, he thinks of himself as God. I'll give you a little example. I mean, as God, as a judge for everything, as a criterion for everything. Me. When we drive, for example, we are on the road, we think of ourselves as the best. We could be the worst, but we think of ourselves the best. In what way? If somebody is slower than you, if a car is in front of you and he's not driving as you expect him or her, usually her, to drive, to go. Sorry, maybe I'm.
That's okay.
I'm giving a good example for this. I'm thinking of men, which is I belong to as the good. Huh? Recording, yes. I'm sorry. So if somebody is driving in front of you and they are not as you expect them, they are slow, you will kind of feel bad in your mind. What's going on? Who is this person? Why they is driving slow? So for you, they are driving slow. What if the opposite is happening? If you're driving and somebody in the next lane passed you like faster, oh my God, this is a crazy driver. So the first one is a slow driver, the second one is a crazy driver. So who is the good driver and who is the criterion and who is the standard? It's you. We tend to look at ourselves as the standard, as the right thing. وحتى ليس في أمور الدنيا فقط يعني أحيانا في أمور الآخرة. The way we do things in deen, for example, if you pray or salawat and you don't do as much sunan, or you have a specific level of tadayyun and كذا. يعني you look at somebody who is doing more as mutanattar, somebody who is extremist, he does a lot, it's not needed. And you look at somebody who is lower than you as, well, I'm way better off than them, they are lacking a lot. If you spend some money, if you pray more, if you do that. So we usually tend to look at ourselves as the standard, which is wrong. We are not the standard. Allah Azza wa Jalla is setting the standard for us. The standard for us, human beings like us, prophets. You need to look at them and look at their lives. I give a couple of examples from Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam that Allah spoke or talked to us about him in the Quran, or mentioned in the Quran, and one other example from Zakaria and Maryam. The first example, quickly, the first thing we read it in the story of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, when he left Egypt and he got to Madian, and Allah Jalla يقول فَسَقَى لَهُمَا ثُمَّ تَوَلَّى إِلَى الظِّلِّ. He found two girls, two women, they were trying to get water, but everybody was rushing to water, and they had this haya, they didn't want to compete with them. It's, the ladies or women or girls, they should have this kind of haya, or being shy, or being modest enough not to get to that. So he helped them, he helped them got the water and everything. Read the ayah with me, فَسَقَى لَهُمَا ثُمَّ تَوَلَّى. He gave water to them, or he helped them get water, he got the water for them. Then, what did he do? Tawalla. What does it mean, tawalla? Does it only mean ذهب? He goes, he went? No, it means he turned away. So he did something good, and he turned away. Many times when you do something good, especially in a case like this, a male is making a favor to a couple of females. Most likely they are beautiful females, males and females. You would say, anything else can I do for you? And it will probably start a good conversation and a good, talk. No, this shouldn't be the case. فَسَقَى لَهُمَا ثُمَّ تَوَلَّى. If you do somebody a favor or something good, I mean, يعني فَكَأَنَّكَ تُجَرِّدُ حَيَاءَهُ. يعني it's, you don't want to keep reminding him, or you don't want even to talk, can I do anything? Whenever you need anything, just let me know. Once he did the favor, فَسَقَى لَهُمَا ثُمَّ تَوَلَّى. هذا خلق التجرد. You don't تولى بنفسي وبقلبي حتى. You don't want even to claim anything in your heart. You don't want them to thank you. You should, a good believer should invest in everything, including those good things. When you do something good for someone, invest with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this, ask your shukr for that, or your reward for that from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by not expecting anything from others. يعني عجبني وأنا أحضر هذه الخاطرة قول مأثور, a maxim in Arabic يقولون, not sure. Definitely it's not hadith, but I'm not sure if it's one of the scholars who said it or whoever. اعمل المعروف وارمي لي البحر. اعمل المعروف وارمي البحر. They said do the good and cast it in the ocean. Do the good and cast it. which means do not expect, you do not do good for others just to expect something from them. No, expect all goodness from them. And I remember one friend or something, he was saying, it could mean something else, meaning expect something good to come out of it, because whatever you cast in the ocean, it's going to come back to you. Somehow it comes back to the shore again. So this is one example from Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. The second example from Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, something else, another thing. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is kind of recruiting him or appointing him or choosing him to be a prophet, he had one question to ask, or one dua, or one request to ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What did he say? He asked for Harun, his brother, to be with him as a prophet, to be with him. What did he say? وَأَشْرِكْهُ فِي أَمْرِي. He said, وَأَشْرِكْهُ فِي أَمْرِي. And this is the thing in here. This is what we want to focus on. He said, oh my Lord, I'm asking to have my brother with me, so he will be my partner. He will be my partner. Sayyidina Musa, if he becomes a prophet, his brother will definitely, most likely, follow him. But Sayyidina Musa does not want only a follower. He wants somebody to be a partner with him. This is one of the characteristics of good leaders. Good leaders would not think of themselves as like idols, where everybody should follow them. Whenever they speak, everybody should listen. Whatever they say, everybody just should follow. Sayyidina Musa, he wanted a partner. He wanted to have someone. قال سنشد عضدك بأخيك ونجعل لكما سلطانا. We will support you and we will kind of give you this kind of support that you need through your brother. So let's always look for partnership rather than these kind of things. When we take care of our children, for example, raise them up, let's not try to make them copies of us, machines. Like they should be like us, they should imitate us, they should follow on our footsteps. No, that's wrong. Let's invest in them in such a way to make them separate entities, human beings, give them keys for things, just like also Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all prophets, they were taking care of the Sahaba. They were raising them in such a way that they would take the baton after them. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not openly appoint the leader after him, but in a matter of hours, they chose the leader, and they took care of the big ummah after the Prophet ﷺ, because he inculcated them in them. The next example, or the final example, very quickly, from the story of Sayyidah Maryam and Zakaria. We read it in almost half a page or something close to a page in the Quran, but two words, a word comes twice, which when we read it, it should catch your attention or something. He said, كلما دخل عليها زكريا المحراب وجد عندها رزقا. Why Allah would mention the mihrab? And then a couple of lines later, a few lines later, he would read what? Zakaria, the meaning of the first ayah is every time Zakaria alayhi salam would come to this lady, he will find her. When he comes to her in the mihrab, mihrab is this place for salat, is the special place that he used to talk to Allah or pray to Allah or something. So every time he gets to her in the mihrab, he finds rizqan. قالوا فكانت الصيف في الشتاء وفكانت الشتاء في الصيف. He finds like some kind of miracles, some fruits, the fruits of the winter and the summer, the fruits of the summer and the winter. Every time he gets to her in the mihrab. And then when he saw this, what did he do? He asked Allah to give him, also he was looking for a child, for a boy. And then he made the dua. فجاءت فنادته الملائكة وهو قائم يصلي في المحراب. We see المحراب again. Angels came to him when he made dua to Allah. Angels came to him while he was praying in the mihrab. While he was praying in the mihrab, angels came to him with what? أن الله يبشرك بيحيى, that Allah gives you the glad tidings of Yahya. So لعل سر نجاح هذه الأسرة هو المحراب. Maybe the secret for the success of this family is al-mihrab. Is the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is a symbolic thing that Allah has mentioned twice in this story, mihrab, or the place of salah. So let's not fail to have a good relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. بالتجرد له سبحانه وتعالى. Let's worship Him as He wants us to do. Let's be connected to Him through al-mihrab, and in al-mihrab, in your house, wherever you are. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you what you are looking for, just as He gave to Maryam, and He gave to Sayyidina Zakaria, He gave him يحيى عليه السلام. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم، وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه.